This is not an opinion piece. It's not political, and it's definitely not made up. Everything here comes from archaeology, linguistics, and genetics. Evidence that's been tested, debated, and documented for decades. Both Jews and Palestinians belong to this land, but belonging has a beginning, and the record shows where that beginning lies. People love simple stories, good and bad, native and foreign, right and wrong, but the land we call Israel and Palestine doesn't speak in absolutes. It speaks in layers. When people argue about who was here first, they usually forget what the ground already told us. Long before modern politics, there were Canaanites, Bronze Age Semitic peoples who built walled cities at Megiddo, Hazor, and Jericho between 2000 and 1200 BCE. They traded with Egypt, carved tablets in their own dialects, and lived in the same valleys and hills that still bear their names. Jerusalem, then Uresalem, was one of their cities, likely founded by the Jebusites, who became part of the region's human mosaic. Along the coast, around the 12th century BCE, came the Philistines, seafarers from the Aegean who settled in Gaza, Ashkelon, and Ashdod. They fought and traded with their inland neighbors, but never ruled the heart of the land. Their culture vanished by the 6th century BCE. And no, they were not Arab, and they were not ancestors of the Palestinians. The Romans later borrowed their name, Philistia, to call the region Palestina, centuries after the Philistines were gone. In the hill country, something new began to form. Small farming villages appeared, same local pottery, same soil, but a different rhythm of life. They avoided pigs, wrote early Hebrew, and worshipped one God. This wasn't an invasion. It was evolution. Archaeologists like William Dever called it the birth of the Israelites, people who emerged from within the land, not onto it. By the 9th century BCE, they were kingdoms. Israel in the north, Judah in the south. The Merneptah stele, carved in Egypt around 1208 BCE, already mentions Israel as a people living in Canaan. Assyrian inscriptions name Israelite kings. Coins, seals, and temple stones still turn up from those reigns. The story did not start in Europe. It started here, written in rock. By the 10th century BCE, Jerusalem had grown into a royal city. The first temple, remembered as Beit HaMikdash, stood for nearly 400 years. When Nebuchadnezzar II of Babylon destroyed it in 586 BCE, part of the population was exiled, but not all. Babylonian and Persian records show many stayed behind, rebuilding farms and families, while others returned decades later under Cyrus the Great. In 516 BCE, they built the Second Temple, and Jewish life pulsed there for 6 centuries, until Rome burned it in 70 CE. Even then, Jewish villages survived in Galilee and Judea. The myth of a total 2,000-year absence is just that, a myth. The evidence never left. After the Bar Kokhba revolt, Rome renamed the province Syria Palestina, trying to sever Jews from Judea itself. The name stuck, but the people did not vanish. Late antiquity saw Jews, Christians, and Samaritans, who still practice ancient Israelite rites today, all sharing the land. Then came the Arab conquest of the 7th century. Arabic language and Islam spread gradually through governance, faith, and intermarriage. But before that, there were no Arabs here. No Arabic speakers, no Arab tribes. The population was a mix of Semitic and Hellenized peoples. Israelites, Canaanites, Arameans, Nabateans, Samaritans. Over time, those same Levantine peoples became Palestinian Arabs, adopting Arabic language and culture while remaining rooted in the same terrain. Their connection is real, but it's one of continuity, not first origin. Under Islamic and Ottoman rule, Jewish life carried on in its ancient towns: Tiberias, Safed, Hebron, Jerusalem. By the 1800s, Jews were the majority in Jerusalem, recorded in British consular reports. Palestinian Arab families too had stayed put for centuries: farmers, traders, caretakers of the same hills. During the British Mandate, 1917 to 1948, Palestinian referred to everyone living there, Arab and Jewish alike. Jewish migration grew, half from long-rooted Middle Eastern and North African communities, half from Europe. Modern genetics confirmed what the archaeology always suggested. A 2010 study in the American Journal of Human Genetics found Jewish populations around the world share a common Levantine genetic signature, a marker of origin in this very region. Palestinians share much of that same ancestry. Two branches of the same ancient tree, split by empire, language, and faith, but grown from the same ground. The Jewish people are the earliest recorded nation to form in this land, the first to name it, build within it, and maintain identity even after dispersion. The Palestinian Arabs are the inheritors of its later centuries, the descendants of those who stayed, adapted, and Arabized over time. Even early Muslim and Arab historians recognize this. Writers such as Ibn Khaldun, al-Masudi, and al-Yaqubi, writing between the 9th and 14th century CE, describe the Israelites as among the earliest known people of the land, long before the rise of Islam. Their accounts were not political. They were simply documenting what the record already showed. Both lineages are real. Acknowledging Jewish indigeneity does not erase Palestinian continuity, and recognizing Palestinian continuity does not undo Jewish origin. They are both true, just not identical truths. This land has kept its own record. Pottery, script, temple walls, names of kings, layers of ash. Empires came and went, borders shifted, but the ground kept everything. And if you listen to it, not to hashtags, not to headlines, it still tells the same story. Who first carved their name into its stone, who never stopped coming back to it, and who kept living on it while the world changed around them. The land remembers.